how do you see that we talked about convergent technologies, but how do you see the recruitment landscape in your industry changing over the next kind of couple of years coming out of this?
It's a good one. I would say, yeah, like I said earlier, there's initially going to be a bit of latent demand that's going to pick up, but I think people will be more selective. It's not going to be I've got 20 positions to fill, and I'll just fill them with the first 20 that kind of meet the baseline checklist. It will be trying to look a little bit more at the soft skills and things like that in there as well. I think then over time, I mean, it's always funny. One of the comments that's always been made in the industry I'm in is, even during a downturn, people drink beer and watch TV. So, you work for a brewery.
I certainly do.
A brewery or in the television industry, you're in a better place than most. And I think that'll continue to be true. I think there are going to be the barriers to entry. So, if you want to bring an OTT service to the table or whatever it is, or an app or whatever, the barriers to entry are actually reducing. Yeah, they're not getting harder, they're getting easier in terms of the technology, the tooling, the education, all of that. So I think it's about, what I'd be saying is, people need to think about, what is the lay of the land out there, what's all the possibilities and capabilities, and then look at how you can innovate on top of those and come up with something that can be a great new business idea for a new company to then drive more recruiting into that. I think there's it's one of those things. It's the earlier comment. When you're in the middle of something, you don't stop long enough to think about the possibilities.
That's right.
I think there's an opportunity now for people, at any level, to just stop and think about possibilities, do a little bit of research, think about that. And those can be great in things that, if you're a candidate in an interview process, to go, hey, I thought about this, and, this could be an interesting thing, Less a killer one than keep it to yourself and patent it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like you did. That's right. It's a good way to kind of move forward. Yeah, I definitely think, with the broadcast industry, diverging, there's so many different players within the market playing in different kind of areas that yeah, there is a lot more opportunity, as it were, to disrupt, isn't it? You talk about the banking sector being disrupted, the broadcast sector, everywhere's being disrupted, and this is a right time for disruption, isn't it?
Yeah, the other game we used to play in the industry, at least me and a few colleagues, was if you went back to the late 90s, and at the time, interactive television, everything was going to be great. And we literally built a slide, and it was just full of all the logos of all the companies, that were trying to play in that space. And there was like 100 and something on there,
Yeah.
And then every year we'd revisit that slide and go, who's bought who, who's merged with who's gone out of business, and you just watch it over time, this pulling together. And it's been the same in the networking space and the service provider space. We used to have, what was it, something like 12 cable companies in the UK, and now there's Virgin Media, soon to be Virgin Media /
And even they're merging, so we're left with one. So
yeah.
And I guess that's down to kind of good leadership within those businesses, the innovation, the ideas, and they've got that vision. So I guess this is a time for leaders, I think.
Yep, I think so.